Have you ever wondered how the universe really works? I mean, beyond the surface level thoughts we all have from time to time, when you just know there's something bigger guiding everything, but you can't quite put your finger on what that is? Well, to truly understand the universe, there are a few key things that many of us are unknowingly doing that hold us back. The great thing is, by simply stopping these habits, you can start to open up to a deeper understanding of how cosmic forces work, and more importantly, how you can use these energies to manifest the life you want. Now, there's an irony to all of this because often people think the answers they're searching for are somewhere out there in the stars, a mystical force they haven't yet tapped into. But the truth is, the universe isn't hiding its secrets from you. It's not distant. It's right here, sending you constant messages, constantly connecting with you. But here's the catch. We tend to block these messages without even realizing it. The signs are there, but we miss them because of habits we've picked up over the years. What if I told you the universe is waiting for you to simply stop doing 3 things so you can finally tap into this wisdom, harness its energy, and experience major growth and manifestation? Today, we're going to dig into that. 3 habits you need to stop right now in order to align with the universe and really make things happen in your life. The first thing you need to stop doing is chasing. And I get it. This one can be tough because we've all grown up in a society that tells us if we want something, we have to hustle, chase it down, and never let go. Whether that's a goal, a relationship, or some version of success, we're taught to run after it full speed ahead. But here's the thing. When you're constantly chasing, you're giving off an energy of lack, like you don't have what you want. And that creates a cycle where you're always in pursuit mode, always just out of reach of what you desire. Now, this is where the universe comes in. The universe operates on energy and vibrations. What you focus on expands. So think about it. If you're fixated on the idea that you don't quite have what you want yet, that's what you're magnifying. You're staying in a state of, I don't have it. And here's where it gets interesting. It's not just about the physical things you're chasing, like money or relationships. It's about deeper desires too, chasing approval, chasing happiness, even chasing your purpose. You keep running in circles thinking the answer is somewhere ahead of you when in reality, you're sending out a vibration that misses the mark altogether. Instead of chasing, you need to start attracting. Imagine the difference between running after something and magnetizing it towards you. That's the energy you want to be in. When you attract, you're in a space of believing that what you desire is already on its way to you. And that creates a huge shift. The universe responds to this kind of energy because you're no longer reinforcing the idea of scarcity or that things have to be forced to happen. You're allowing them to flow to you naturally. And this ties beautifully into our current astrological landscape. As we're moving through this period of energetic intensity, the universe is asking you to reflect on where you're putting effort into things that don't align with your true nature. The cosmic energy, especially if we're looking at a supermoon, is all about magnification. Everything you think and feel is amplified. So if you're stuck in the mindset of chasing, guess what? That mindset balloons and you stay in that state longer. But if you shift into attraction, believing that what you need is gravitating towards you, that energy too is magnified, and you start to notice that the universe seems to help things fall into place. To move into attracting energy, here's a simple exercise you can try whenever there's a full moon or an intense astrological event. After all, these cosmic moments amplify your intentions and energy. Next time you're outside under the moonlight, take a few deep breaths and focus on your heart center. Ask yourself, what is a desire I feel like I've been chasing too much lately? Is it love, success, clarity, whatever it is? Visualize yourself already embodying that. How does it feel if you already had what you're chasing? Hold that feeling, let it grow and expand as you sit under the cosmic light. What you're doing here is sending out an energy of attraction instead of lack, and watch how the universe answers. Now, this brings us to the second big thing you need to stop doing, and trust me, this one is something we're all guilty of every day. Stop overthinking. It sounds simple, right? But it's one of the hardest habits to break. We live in a culture that celebrates logic, analysis, and putting all the puzzle pieces together before we act. And while, yes, thinking through decisions is important, many of us let our thoughts overtake the messages we're actually receiving from the universe. Here's the deal, the universe speaks the language of intuition. It revolves around your gut feelings, those little nudges you feel without necessarily being able to explain why. There are synchronicities, signs, and messages being sent your way all the time. But if you're overthinking, you're drowning those out with noise, mental clutter that's constantly analyzing every little thing. Have you ever experienced something like this? You get a random thought to call someone, go somewhere, or start something new, but you immediately second guess yourself. This doesn't make sense. What if it's the wrong move? What if I should wait for the perfect moment? And before you know it, you've talked yourself out of the opportunity. That's overthinking at work. It's blocking you from understanding how the universe communicates with you. Now, especially during certain astrological periods, like when Mercury is retrograde or when Neptune has a strong influence, intuition becomes a key player. You need to tap into the subtle gut level feelings the universe is sending your way, rather than getting stuck in the web of thoughts. Sure, these astrological transits can make communication more confusing or even cause delays, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't trust your instincts. Instead, it's those very moments when trusting your intuition matters most. Let's bring this back to the universe itself. What if, rather than spiraling in mental circles, you trusted that sudden pull you feel? What if the random thought that popped into your head wasn't random at all, but a direct message from the cosmos? That's the kind of connection the universe wants us to have. It's subtle, but powerful. The universe whispers, not because it's secretive, but because the quiet has power. To start shifting from overthinking to embracing your intuition, the next time you find yourself stuck in a loop of thoughts, take a break. Stop whatever you're doing, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now about this situation? Not what am I thinking about this, but what do I feel? Then trust that initial feeling. Don't offer it room for debate. That first gut response is the message from the universe. Listen to it. You can also strengthen this by keeping a daily intuition journal. Write down moments where you follow your gut and where you don't. Over time, patterns will emerge, and you'll start to see that when you listen and act on your intuition, especially around important cosmic events, things flow more smoothly. The universe works in sync with your intuition, so the more you trust it, the stronger that connection becomes. Let's move into the final thing you need to stop doing if you want to truly understand the universe. Stop resisting change. You might not even realize it, but resisting change is one of the biggest ways we block out universal flow. As humans, we crave routine, stability, and a sense of control. The unknown scares us. We resist the shifts that life throws at us because we like predictability. But here's the big truth. The universe is in constant motion. From the orbit of the planets to the turning of the seasons to the very cells in our bodies, everything in this vast universe is in a state of change. So when we resist change, we're saying, I want to remain static. But the problem is that the universe doesn't operate in static. It's fluid, dynamic, always moving, and it requires us to flow with it. Whether it's a sudden life disruption, a relationship ending, or a new opportunity that scares you, resisting that change doesn't prevent it from happening. All it does is create friction and, in turn, more discomfort. Astrologically, Uranus is the planet that dominates change, often creating sudden, unexpected shifts in our lives. Many people dislike the energy Uranus brings because often it feels disruptive. But that disruption is never random. It's always pushing you towards something better. That's why resisting it only creates more fuel for anxiety and frustration. When Uranus is in play, like during certain transits or lunar events, we're being asked to step into the unknown, trust the process, and release our grip on outcomes. So if you find yourself at a crossroads in life, or if you feel like things are shifting too quickly for your comfort, this is the universe asking you to embrace the ebb and flow of change. Don't resist it. Instead, see it as an invitation for growth. Even though you can't always predict where life is going, trust that it's leading you somewhere it needs to go. The more you allow yourself to flow with these transitions, the more harmony you create with the workings of the universe. There's a simple exercise for embracing change. Find one area in your life where things are shifting, but you've been holding on tightly to control. Whether that's a job transition, a relationship, or even just a shift in your daily routine, take a moment to write down all the ways you've been resisting that change. How have you tried to hold on, control, and manage each little step? Once you've laid it all out on paper, ask yourself, what would happen if I just surrendered to this? I know it's easier said than done, but surrendering to change is key to understanding how the universe works. The stars shift, the planets move, and so should you. Stop trying to hold firm in places that were meant to shift. It's in that surrender that you start to understand the cosmic flow and, more importantly, allow new opportunities, people, and growth to come into your life. So to sum it up for you, if you're serious about understanding the universe, it starts with letting go of 3 big habits. Stop chasing after things. It blocks the energy of attraction. Stop overthinking because it dulls your intuitive connection to the universe. And most importantly, stop resisting change because change is the cosmic force that pushes you toward transformation and growth. By stopping these things, you clear the space for the universe to flow freely around you and within you. You recognize its signals and you begin to understand its deeper, yet subtle ways of guiding you toward the life you're meant to live. Now, if you found this helpful, and if you're ready to align more deeply with the universe, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more insights into how powerful this cosmic connection can be. Thanks for watching. Send this to a friend who might need a little cosmic reminder, and I'll see you in the next video.